Now, before we get into just the final section here of the book of Kings, starting in chapter 24, verse 18 to the end, where are we going with our devotionals? We're not going to go into Chronicles. Feel like we've kind of looked at Kings, and rather than going over a lot of the same history that's already recorded in Samuel and Kings in relation to the nation of Judah, we're going to kind of switch the order up a bit. I was going to go to the rest of the history books, Ezra, Nehemiah, and Esther, but I thought, no, let's actually look at the prophets that spoke during the time that we've covered in Samuel and Kings. And so we'll look at Isaiah, and we'll look at a number of the minor prophets. Then we'll look at the prophets in the time of exile, so Jeremiah and Ezekiel. And then we'll get to the post-exilic, after exile, history books and prophets. And then maybe we'll go and we'll also kind of throw in the wisdom books, Job. Not sure what I'm going to do with Psalms yet. Proverbs, Ecclesiastes, Song of Songs. Anyways, 2 Kings. Now the end comes for Judah. They're no longer going to be a identifiable political kingdom. Every element of life for this nation was destroyed. The kings maimed and exiled. Every important building destroyed, including the temple, which was looted and broken. Leaders are captured. People are exiled. And then those who were given leadership are assassinated, and those who lead that flee with more people that were left to Egypt. Basically, the land is in chaos. The absolute opposite of the order that God desired to bring, beginning with Eden and going forward. The nation has failed. Where Assyria would scatter and resettle others into the conquered lands to rebuild broken cities, Babylon had a different policy. They would scoop up leaders, they would scoop peoples up, take them closer to the capital, and leave conquered cities in ruins. That way they wouldn't be kind of, rebuild and kind of people would gather. They wanted to have one main center and then a lot of kind of rural, smaller communities. That was their way to kind of keep rebellion from happening. Now, there's a lot from this time period we learned from both Chronicles and also Jeremiah in his ministry. It was a dark time. There's hardship all around on the wicked and the righteous. And yes, there were some righteous people, Jeremiah, Ezekiel, Daniel, just to name 3 we know by name. But here's what I want you to know. The book of Kings ends the positive note with hope. When, after Nebuchadnezzar, his son, the new Babylonian king, comes to power, Zedekiah, the last king of Judah, he's released and he's honored above all the other kings of the other nations. We read in Chronicles, he has 7 sons. There's a number there that's kind of connected to God. 7 sons in exile. It's all signs that God is not done with his covenant people. That yes, they've been faithless. Yes, they've been rebellious, but God is still looking to be faithful to them in inviting them to become a faithful people, to be with God and for God and unto his very best, as God continues to seek to be with his people, for his people, unto their very best, which doesn't mean their kingdom's going to be okay. It means that they're going to be shaped to be people who love God and love others and be a light to the nations. What are you going through today? Hold on to the God who is faithful and true. He was faithful to Israel. He's faithful to Judah. He's faithful to his church, Jew and Gentile, slave and free, male and female. Hold on to God. He's looking to hold on to you. May the Lord bless you and keep you. May the Lord make his face to shine upon you. May the Lord be gracious to you. And today would you know his peace. God bless.